Welcome back to the channel, guys. It's the leader of the Cosmic Amado with Nara. First and foremost, I would like to say happy holidays to you guys. Hope you guys enjoying the time with your family. Hope you guys enjoying the time off from work, at least. But anyway, today we're going to be talking about the worst possible future and what could lead to the worst possible future from the Shinju and Boruto 2 Blue Vortex. So, hey, give me a Christmas present today and like, comment, and subscribe. At least that way we can make sure this video get out there and we can, say go to the channel because we are on that road to 1K. You feel me? Right now, we're thinking like 38 away or something like that. But hey, anyway, I digress. Let's get started with the video. So now, when you want to look at the worst possible outcome for the world in Boruto, we have these Shinju wanting to actually absorb or eat the people who their instincts are telling them to eat. Wherein it's Sarada, Konohamaru, and Naruto himself. We know Naruto is stuck in the Daikogen, the pocket dimension where my apologies, where Naruto is stuck in a pocket dimension where Kawaki is keeping all of the items that he just be spamming at people. But now, with Moegi wanting to absorb Konohamaru, that's not necessarily going to produce the worst possible outcome for the future. Bug absorbing Eida and Damon could also provide a very negative type future. So let's talk about that future a little bit. So now, if Bo absorbs both Eida and Damon, that means he won't be able to be touched at all. He's able to see everything in totality. So if he wants to absorb somebody, or if he has the ability to combine both the Senningan and Damon Shinjutsu together, in which he's able to see everything. So anybody who tries to plan anything against him, he can automatically activate Damon's ability. He can automatically activate Damon's ability, in which then Damon, he can pretty much unalive anybody he sees trying to form a coup against him, pretty much make him untouchable completely. And you can kind of see that in regards to being kind of like a god, but that wouldn't necessarily be the worst possible future. That would be more of a problem, but could still be solved because Boruto doesn't really get affected by Ida's ability, so he wouldn't be able to see what Boruto is planning. However, he could still get affected by Damon's abilities. However, but Damon has to be touching someone for that ability to trigger. So if he's just doing a one-on-one fight and there's no one else around and that 1v1, then he wouldn't really necessarily be able to activate that ability. So it still be able to be overcome essentially. So now when we look at the worst possible outcome, we have to go back to one thing when it comes to humans, our children, we're willing to do the most irrational things for our children as long as it ensures their safety. And so when we look at Amado, we see Amado himself. He's been working with Jigen / Ishiki. He's developed all this different technology around the Naruto world. He developed Cold Body, who's supposed to be stronger than Jigen, even though potential strength doesn't mean actual application of that strength. So that's why Cold is kind of like getting beat on, unlike how Jigen was. Now we have him developing technology like that, him knowing all of this information about the Otsutsuki in themselves, whether it's him knowing the in and outs of the god tree, him knowing how to reproduce Shinjutsu abilities in certain vessels, same with Eida and Damon, and also him knowing the whereabouts of the body of Shibuya Suzuki, because we know that Amado was able to experiment on this body. That's how he was able to cultivate these different Shinjutsu. So now, if the Shinjutsu, when they invade Konoha and they take Amado, because we know Amado had given the DNA for his daughter to Kawaki specifically, but we also know that the Shinjutsu tree contained all of the data, so these beings essentially could still bring his daughter back to life using the Shinjutsu method. However, they would just be a parasitic version of his daughter. But if the Shinju were to eat Amado and produce an Amado type Shinju, no, he wouldn't really be. He would be kind of seen in the same like we seen Bug, where he was just doing like body morph abilities where he would just like break a mouth or something, since he doesn't necessarily have any ninjutsu to copy to further or to amp himself or that personality in that Shinju. However, when it comes to chakra, because that's the whole thing Shinju is about, again, it's all about combining your stamina and your mental energy. And so Amado may not have the stamina, but he does definitely have the mental energy. And so if they were to absorb Amado, that Shinju will be smarter than Shikamaru, because yes, Shikamaru is a battle genius. We see when Amado was first introduced, he put a bomb around Shikadai's neck. And so he knows how much he loved his daughter, in which the bomb was a dud. It was not necessarily a bomb. He used a diversionary tactic in which he showed the potential threat, in which that potential threat scared everyone to think that Shikadai was in danger, even though he wasn't. So, hey man, the Leaf Villain's been playing checkers. Amado's the guy who's been playing chess. And so now, if they were to absorb him, this would pretty much be the worst possible outcome, because now the Shinju knows everyone weakness ins and out in regards to the people who are supposed to be able to compete with them. Now that Naruto and Sasuke is out the picture like Damon, they would know his weakness code. They already said he's weak and he's just a pawn to be used. That was always his destiny. So it's kind of almost remiss of them having like this future sight type of ability. But if they were, again, nonetheless, I should say, when looking at the Amado situation, if they were to absorb Amado and then gain the knowledge of not only everyone's weakness, it would pretty much be GG. And it wouldn't be GG because of everyone's weakness. It'd be GG because at this point, they would know exactly the ins and outs of Shibai or Sasuke body, in which they would probably know the location of Shibai or Sasuke body. And since they already have teleportation ninjutsu using the claw grime abilities, then essentially, because Code himself was able to go out these claw grams as well, so all of them are interconnected. They can pop up where Code is whenever they want, theoretically. But I digress. Now, when given the ability to be able to travel interdimensionally and have the location of Shibai corpse, they could essentially eat that corpse, and yes, they could become a Shinju, but they would also be able to have one of their own eat the ability of the chakra fruit, thus creating this new kind of being. You can also think of them as Otsutsuki with a personality. So what if the Otsutsuki are just Shinju with the personality that just did perform cannibalism over eons and got to the point where they are now? And so anyway, this is all I really got for this discussion. Let me know if you guys think that Amado getting eaten by the Shinju is the worst possible future for Boruto 2 Blue Vortex, and what could that entail from your perspective, or who would you like to see the Shinju eat? It's been your boy Wolf Nara. Again, happy holidays. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'm out.
Who really a factor? I done grew up as a bastard, stepped out the wound into a disaster. Designing drugs and guns on my city after, pray for the lackers. Cause it only get worse and they try to blame it on your rappers. Label what's factors. My rap, told me sign an affidavit like my life and my family ain't matter. Do you know how I feel to get served to the court on the plaque?